Hello, everybody. Welcome to this session today. We are going to start after these long days. Today we continue with the unit number 7. And obviously right now we are going to talk about the vocabulary, okay? You are going to receive, in this case, you are going to receive the activity sheet for this week, okay? I need that you pay attention to this. And obviously here we have the first one. This is the week number 4 of the second semester. Here you have describing people. In this unit, we are going to focus exactly into that vocabulary to talk about physical descriptions. But now in this unit, we are going to use some other words, not basic words. We are going to add the level of these words. That's the reason that you are going to use the activities from the page 76 and the workbook also at the same time. You are going to talk about physical appearance, personalities, and also about some skills and interests. You have the workbook also on page 76 and 77 that you are going to work with this. Remember, you can work in your workbook and student book, you can work in your book, and you can scan the information. Or you can use this digital form, you can use this worksheet and complete this worksheet. Both are accepted. But in both cases, you have to complete, you have to do a complete activity using the information, okay? And here you have the student book task, and also you have the vocabulary according to this, and also the workbook section that you are going to include these activities, okay? In this section also, you are going to find, this section, also you are going to find some of the links that you are going to use, some of the links that you are going to use to refresh ideas, okay? You are going to use these links in YouTube that will help you to organize your ideas because you need to listen to them so you can have a clear information about that. I am going to insert here to you so you can have this information as usual, and you can practice also at home to do the activities for that, okay? That is those links that you are going to receive to according to that. Okay, what about this? In this case, we are going to start with the book in this case, right? We have the student's book, we have the unit number 7, remember? And obviously now we are going to work into the vocabulary of this. Before to this, we have the first part that we have, and we say, what is a friend? Choose the 3 most important qualities that a person has. Those vocabulary that you have here will help you to identify the personal qualities, some personal qualities about a person, okay? Personal qualities using that. For that reason, you are going to use the vocabulary. In this case, you are going to talk about your friend. In this case, you're going to talk about your friend. Okay, this is an example. And you can say in this section, you can say that is honest, that is intelligent, makes you laugh, is loyal. This person understands you. Your friend respects you. My friend is a good listener. My best friend helps me with my problems, helps me with my problems, okay? My best friend likes the same music. My friend and I shares the secrets, or he shares his secrets with me, okay? Depending on the person that is asking about that. And here you have the first information related to this. Here you have some options that you have to use that you are going to practice later about that. As we follow with this part, we have the second activity. using this, what you are going to do, what you are going to say. Remember, it's really important that you pay attention to this section because I need that you use this information. You are going to talk about your friends. Remember, you are going to talk about your friends. You are going to write about friends. Okay? And you are going to use these informations. What is the expression that you are going to use? Pay attention. I think, you suppose. I think a friend is, and you are going to use this first beginning, like the example that you have. Here in the example, you have, I think a friend is. Did you see? I think a friend is, and you are going to use the same expression that we have. What are the expressions that you are going to use? I think a friend is, and obviously, what is the expression? What are those expressions? Those are the words that you are going to use again, okay? And what you are going to say? I think a friend is, for example, the number one. In this case, we say that is honest. Did you see? Because I am using the number one, okay, is honest. We are talking about the number one. We continue with the same example, and we say the number two. I think a friend is, what is example number two? Is intelligent. Did you see? Is intelligent. I am using the number two in this case. You are using the example number two. And you say that is intelligent. And you continue with your comment. You are giving your opinion. And what is the expression that you are using? I think a friend, here is an error, sorry. Here is an error here. Okay, sorry. Friend, it's incorrect the way that we have friends. This is the correct one, okay? And obviously you are going to use this one, okay? A friend, in this case, that is correct. I think a friend is intelligent. And you are going to use these expressions to talk about that, okay? So using this information, and you have some examples that you can own and that you can use to describe about your friends. Now we are going to read about this. In this section, you have a passage. And in this passage, you say that you talk about your best friends talking about them. You are going to listen, pay attention, okay?
Best friends.
Wait a minute, please. Something wrong happened. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute, please. Okay, thank you very much.
Everyone hears what you say. Friends listen to what you say. Best friends listen to what you don't say. We have all sorts of friends. Our best friends, our wider group of friends, and our acquaintances. Researchers say that we make nearly 400 friends in a lifetime, and some people have hundreds of friends online. But only 33 of these friends last all our lives, and most people only have 6 close friends. What's your best friend like? We ask 2 readers to tell us.
My best friend is Jason. We met in primary school and we've known each other for 8 years. He's got short fair hair and blue eyes, and he's quite tall. He's really funny and he tells lots of jokes. I love hanging out with him. Jason's very intelligent. He's good at maths, science and languages. We don't go to the same school now, but we see each other a lot. We like the same music and the same films, and we play football together. I trust Jason. He's very honest, and he never talks about me to our other friends. What's the best thing we've ever done together? We went to a music festival and slept in a tent.
My best friend is Lisa. We've been friends since 2008 when her family moved next door. Lisa is small, slim and pretty. She's got long dark hair and brown eyes. Lisa is a good listener and we share our problems with each other. She's also very kind and always gives me good advice. Lisa is a very good artist and draws brilliant portraits of our friends. We both love sport. We play tennis together and go swimming in the summer. At the weekend, we often go to the cinema together, but we don't always agree about which film to see. What's the best thing we've ever done together? We visited Madame Tussauds and we stood next to Robert Pattinson.
Okay, that is the part of the vocabulary that you have here. Pay attention to these expressions. And our acquaintances. Hanging out with him. Those are the words that we have on this, using this information to do that, okay? So we continue with the next part in this. And obviously we are going to have the next part of the activities. Using the same reading that you have in your book and that you have in this video, you have the audio. Using this information, you are going to read and write the friends' names, okay? You are going to pay attention to this. Here, this person is emphasizing into those characteristics for these people. And you are going to write the names of those people here, okay? Please, right now, start. I need that you read these sentences, read the paragraph again, and I need that you write the names of the students. Please, according to this, you have 2 minutes to do it. Quickly, hurry up. Start working. Complete. Let's do it. Read and complete. Quickly, read and complete. So pay attention to the first exercise that you have here. They don't go to the same school. What is the name of that? Jason and Paul. Continue with the number 3. They talk about their difficulties. What is the name of these people in this case? Lisa and Mary. And you continue with the rest of the exercise, okay? Those are the activities that you are going to use and that you are going to complete in your student book. We continue with the next part of this. It's very similar in this case. Now you are going to read again. Please, I need that you read the information. I need that you read the information and that you use that, okay? You are going to read this information that you have, and later you are going to answer true or false. You are going to select those, okay? And you are going to pay attention to this part of the paragraph. You are going to read again the information so you can have the best answer for this. After that, you are going to use this part that is really important, the use of each other. You are going to use each other. When you are used to use each other is like a reciprocal pronoun. In this case, each other, when you talk about 2 people doing exactly the same topic like this. And here we have examples. We have known, pay attention to this. Why is reciprocal? Because we're talking about the same 2 people. I say we, because you and me, both, we, known each other, you and me, we know each other, 2 people in the same time, at the same time, for the same action, for 8 years. In this case, you're talking about a relationship together, talking about this. That is the expression each other that you are going to use. Sometimes also people use, it's more British, and says one another or one other in this case, really. Some people use that expression sometimes, but obviously right now you are going to work using those commands about this. For example, in this case, you are talking about this. Pay attention to this. Where did you meet? How often do you see each other? It's really important that you pay attention to this, okay? You are talking about 2 people. Imagine your friend and you. Imagine a special people for you. How often do you see, that is the principal verb, each other? What do you have in common? What do you got in common? What do you do together? What do you like the best about your friend? And you are going to use Each other if you are going to use these expressions talking about that. To help you in this case, I need that you pay attention and wait a moment. And obviously right now, I am going to invite you to watch the following video. Pay attention. Okay, wait a minute. We are going to start. Okay, wait while I'm looking for your video. Okay, so attention. Here you have a complete information. Pay attention just a bit, because you have the link in the worksheet so you can repeat the information, okay?
Today's lesson is about reciprocal nouns. This is something that gives people trouble often, it seems. So I'm here to explain it a little bit and show you when to use it, when not to use it. First of all, what does this word mean? Reciprocal. To reciprocate, that's the verb. To reciprocate means to return an action. So I do something for you, you do something for me. The action is reciprocal. Goes one way, goes the other way. Doesn't have to be the same action, but it's some sort of returning a favor, basically, or returning help. So we can use each other or one another to show a reciprocal action. These are called reciprocal pronouns. Okay? Each is a pronoun, one is a pronoun, another is a pronoun. These are in groups, they are reciprocal pronouns. Now, quite often, people mix these, they mix the use of this with themselves. Okay? Themselves is not a reciprocal pronoun. Themselves is called a reflexive pronoun. I won't get into too much detail about reflexive here, but a reflexive pronoun is a pronoun when you have the subject acting on the object and the object is the same as the subject. So I hit myself. I am the subject. I am also the object. I hit myself. It's reflecting back to me. Reciprocal, there's always somebody else or other people involved besides myself, okay? Besides me. Tom and Jerry hated each other. Now, I'm not sure how old some of you are. I know I'm maybe giving away my age a little bit, but Tom and Jerry were very popular cartoon characters when I was a kid. Tom was the cat, I believe. Jerry was the mouse. And they always used to hate each other. Near the end, when I got older, they became friends. It was very disappointing. It was better when they hated each other and always used to do bad things to each other because it was kind of funny. Tom and Jerry hated each other. Tom hated Jerry. Jerry hated Tom. The feeling was reciprocal. Okay? Here it's not an action, it's a feeling, but we can use it in the same way. We use it like an action verb. Tom and Jerry hated one another. Basically, the meaning is the same. Now, there's an argument between grammarians, people who study grammar, who think that each other should only involve two characters. One another should involve more than two characters. Realistically, though, they're interchangeable. You can use one or the other. Everybody will get the exact same meaning regardless.
As you can see here, you have the most important ideas about that. And obviously, what is exactly the first part that I would like that you listen. And obviously, we were talking about each other or one another. Remember, a feeling or an action or a situation that is shared by the same people or more in this case. I particularly insist in the way that each other and one another are almost or exactly the same to do that, okay? And obviously, to do this part of the activity, you have to use them. Remember, this link will be added also in the worksheet so you can have an additional, you have the complete video to work with it, okay? This is the part of this. In the second part, we talk about the vocabulary, okay? We have the vocabulary with the descriptions of those people. It's really important that you pay attention to this. What I told you at the beginning, as I told before, okay? Pay attention to the expressions, well-built. Got short braid, for example, the color. A mustache. He looks cheerful. Is tall and slim. With long blonde hair. Pay attention to the descriptions. You are using the verb to be, is, are. You are using get or got when you have something, when you're describing, for example, the hair. He or she looks, pay attention to looks, at the appearance, looks serious. Is short and plump example. She's got, pay attention, she's got, she has got, okay? She's got blue eyes and curly red hair. Pay attention to the description. You are using two more adjectives to do that. Looks friendly. In this case, you are using looks for the physical appearance to do that. Continue with Sophia, for example. Again, has got the principal verb when you're describing, in this case, the hair, long, wavy, fair hair. Pay attention. You're using long, adjective number one, wavy, adjective number two, and fair, that is the color of the hair. Long, has got long, wavy, fair hair. She's got glasses. Pay attention to the descriptions. She looks clever, okay? That you have this information. Lucas is medium height. Pay attention to this medium that is in the middle. Medium height. Medium height in this case. White, a little. White, in. Pay attention to these descriptions. He's got, again, has got. Remember, he, she has got. It has got. You, we, they have got, okay? Brown eyes and he's bald. Pay attention to the next one. Kenny has got long, straight, brown hair. Pay attention to this. He's got a bird and a piercing. He looks shy. Okay? As you can see here, you have this information. Pay attention with has got or have got. She looks, he looks, with S, the third person, looks. He, she, it looks. Friendly, clever. Pay attention to the expression has got again. He is, she is, to indicate something. Medium height, medium tall, okay, to indicate that is more or less. White, that it's indicating about more or less. Using these descriptions, you are going to look at the pictures. You are going to use the dictionary. Go to the dictionary, investigate the possible meanings if you are not sure about the meanings, and you are going to match picture A, B, C, D, E, and F according to the necessities of this activity, okay? And you are going to match the first. For example, Owen is well built. He's got short, gray hair and a mustache. He looks cheerful. What is probably look at the pictures, look at the descriptions and match, associate. And what is the first answer? The letter F. It's about the letter F. Here we have the information that is about the letter F. Okay? And you continue with the same activity for the next step. Okay? So in this case, you have the complete full information according to this, and you are going the next step. Here you have a block of words. You have a block of words. In my personal case, I can take and drag. What is to drag? To move. In my personal case, I can drag and move. In your case, you are going to write and you are going to complete the charts in the student book or in the worksheet. You have here, again, you are going to read the words, use the dictionary so you can classify the words. Remember what are the classification that you are going to match. Build, about the structure of your body, the personality, the hair type, and other descriptions that you can find about them. You are going to read and you are going to classify them. We are going to give you an example. For example, the first answer, tall for build. Another example, slim, for example, okay? And you continue in your student book and in your notebook, you continue working with this. Remember, you are going to use your dictionary so you can have an ideas to do that, okay? And obviously you are going to complete For the same activity, you have the workbook activities, and also you have the same topics that you are going to use. You have the spinning image, you have this one. And we are going to focus on to this kind of information related to this kind of physical appearance. For this activity also, we have the next step that we are going to follow. Pay attention to this. In this case, I am going to match with you, in this case, this important video that you are going to have the opportunity to watch at home, because the link, the second link is given. And here you have additional expressions that you are going to use for your writing. In the final task, you have a composition that you are going to write about this. Pay attention.
He's well built with broad shoulders. He's very muscular.
Well built means big, but big because of muscle, not fat.
I need that you pay attention to the explanations. It's really important that you listen, because here you have the differences. You have the opportunity to have the differences about some of these expressions. The idea is that you increase the level of your practice of the vocabulary to do that, okay? That is really important. Pay attention to the next part.
The opposite of well built is skinny. You can say he's very muscular or he's very muscly.
Okay, in this case, you have, remember that right now you are only observing the first part, but at home, I need that you watch the full video so you can have a better idea about this, okay? That you have a better idea about this. In the second part, we have also, as you can see, you have the workbook, and you have about the second part of the pronouns. That is about the reflexive pronouns. Here you have the chart about this, okay? And also, it's really important. What is the reflexive? When you are thinking about the other person about this, okay? And obviously, I will help with this. For example, we have the singular and we have the plural. Myself, when you are talking about you. Yourself, when you're talking about the other person. Himself, when you talk about a man. Herself, for example, when you talk about a lady. Itself, because you are talking about maybe sometimes an animal or things. About the plural, we have ourselves, because we are a group that we are thinking about the same. Yourselves, because you are talking about a group that you have the same. And themselves, that you have the same topic for that person. In this case, you are using those reflexive pronouns. To do this activity about the reflexive pronouns that you have, also, I included a video, okay, about the reflexive pronouns that you have the opportunity also to watch in this case. I need that you pay attention. This link is the third link that is included, so you can practice with this tutorial at home.
Read the sentences. He hurt himself while playing. They enjoyed themselves at the beach. In these sentences, the object of the verb is the same person as the subject of the verb. He and himself refer to the same person in the first sentence. They and themselves are the same persons in the second. A reflexive pronoun refers back to a subject. There are 8 reflexive pronouns.
As you can see here, you have the information. And obviously here you have the block of the personal pronouns and the reflections about it. I insist, here you're going to find, in this case, in your worksheet, you are going to find at the end here in this section, you have the links that you can watch the complete forms. Here you have the links of the 3 videos that will help you at the end, because in honor of the time, we cannot watch at all, but will help you to do this activity, okay? Why is really important that you pay attention to this? Because remember that in this case, you have at the end a writing activity. Write a description of yourself. Here you are going to talk about you, and you are going to use this vocabulary. This vocabulary using including this one. It's really important that you use to do that, okay? In this section, we finish this part of the activity. And obviously, you are going to have the opportunity to work in this case. We are working on the unit 7. I need that you pay attention to this. We are going to have a session the next week. And obviously maybe next week, on Wednesday, maybe we are going to arrange to do that so we can have a practice and a situation. Remember that you have to use a PDF. You have to use the correct assignment in order to do that. Thank you for watching this video. Try to complete the activities and remember, upload on time. Upload your homework on time. Do not be delayed and avoid to have a bad score in this case. Gracias por encontrarnos nuevamente. Gracias por compartir este espacio conmigo. 3, por favor, no se atrase. Los deberes, mándelos en la asignación que le corresponde. Envíe sus tareas en formato PDF. Usted ya lo sabe. No puedo calificar en otro formato que no sea PDF. Póngale su nombre al archivo. Otra cosa, no se atrase. No se atrase. Lamentablemente, los atrasos acarrean ciertas circunstancias incómodas. Hay muchos estudiantes que están en la desesperación en el momento de la última hora cuando hay una avalancha de actividades nuevas en las que hay que trabajar. Y que ahora pues les toca tener un poquito más de paciencia. Por favor, estamos en el segundo quimestre y usted sabe que tiene que trabajar sus tareas semanalmente. Siempre tiene el apoyo de mis tutoriales, aunque no nos veamos en una clase asincrónica todas las semanas, pero usted tiene esta ayuda que yo le doy para que usted trabaje. Por favor, no se copien las actividades, trabájelas usted, hágalas usted mismo. Trabaje en su libro o trabaje en la ficha que le estoy dando. La diferencia es ninguna. El fin es el mismo, que trabaje todas las actividades completas. Otra cosa, la semana pasada yo envié la ficha que correspondía a un Writing Composition. Por favor, la tarea todos la tienen que enviar. La tarea es para todos. La ficha de la semana pasada, que fue la ficha número 3, la tarea es para todos. Y usted me la tiene que enviar con las especificaciones que se dan. La diferencia es que aquellos que quieren participar en el concurso tienen un plus a favor. Ya tengo algunos mensajes que sí los he leído en los cuales quieren participar. Ese es el éxito, de eso se requiere, porque el premio mayor para mí va a ser, para mí, mi satisfacción es que usted haga lo posible por participar. ¿Quién quita que usted gane? Que salga publicado en la UNESCO y usted ganó. ¿Por qué no puede ser eso? Entonces usted tiene muchas oportunidades. Hágalo. Hay algunos que ya me han escrito por mensajería de Edmodo y me han dicho que obviamente van a participar. Téngame un poquito de paciencia esta semana. Obviamente estoy leyendo los deberes, las tareas y nos vamos a entrar en contacto. ¿Qué le pido para aquellos que van a participar en el concurso? ¿Qué es lo que tiene que hacer? Lea las bases del concurso, que también las puse, ¿verdad? Lea las bases del concurso, váyase a la página de UNESCO, usted las tiene ahí, y váyase empapando. 3, vaya haciendo sus dibujitos, no importa que sea bolita, palito, no importa, es su destreza. 4, vaya escribiendo más, vaya usted mismo puliéndose, que yo después lo voy a ayudar un poco para que dé un formato mejor. Pero la idea tiene que salir de usted. No copie y pegue, porque tiene que ser ideas originales. Que usted lee una información que le gustó y de eso se ayude a tomar ideas que le generen sus propias ideas, está bien. Pero se trata de que usted está creando un cuento, es un cuento, una historia. Usted es muy creativo y lo puede hacer. ¿Cuál va a ser el premio mayor para usted? Ya no para mí. Probablemente, estoy en un 80% segura, voy a hablar con mis superiores para que los participantes en este concurso, ¿verdad? Obviamente, aquellos participantes con un buen producto al cual voy a revisar, no es que va a mandar cualquier cosa, a un buen producto, estamos hablando del examen quimestral. Estamos hablando del examen quimestral, pero tiene que ser un buen producto. Esmérese, por favor, esmérese mucho, revise bien y obviamente pues estamos en contacto. Thank you for this space. Remember, stay healthy. Remember that COVID It's again here in between us. It hasn't finished, and it's our obligation to be safe. Bye. See you.